Hey guys, welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan, and today I am going to give you guys some insane tips to help you guys maximize the amount of money you can make this week in GTA Online. So this week is sort of Tuners Week, and we sort of went over this yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, but the contracts in your auto shop at this little whiteboard, they are paying double. You can see for just doing this one job, we're going to get 350K. And I believe this one job is going to take us like 5 to 8 minutes, if that. Obviously, there's a couple little preps you had to go through, but those are pretty easy to do as well. Now, some of the contracts, they do pay out different amounts of money. I mean, you might get lucky enough to get the Union Depository contract, which is a little bit longer of a contract to do, but you can see from this picture, you end up getting a decent amount more. This one pays out 540,000 compared to most of the other ones who are only in like the 300K range. But in all honesty, doing these contracts, you can get probably close to $1 million, if not over $1 million in like 30 minutes. If you just constantly do these back to back. And what I'm going to show you guys is just going to simplify that. It's going to make your life so much easier. So let's take a look at what you should do. The first thing, of course, is you have to become, actually, you should probably become a CEO. I think CEO is actually a little bit better in the missions, especially if you are doing it with people, because if your CEO people are like next to you, I think they'll actually heal. So we'll go ahead and go to a CEO. And then, of course, we're going to start up the job. We're just going to launch the mission. I already did the little setups, so we're going to launch straight into the finale. You can choose your weapon loadout, but honestly, what I'm going to show you guys, it makes this stuff sort of irrelevant. We'll just go ahead and choose them anyway. Now, if you have buddies that want to join and help out, sure, you can invite them. But honestly, the beauty of these is that you can do these on your own. That car is a little messed up. Now, actually, speaking of cars here, so when you start up the contract, this is the annoying part. You can't actually choose like all of your vehicles. You only have a choice of the actual tuners vehicles from this DLC. And of course, they're not even loading for me. But that's what sort of makes these missions not as great. But we're going to get around that. We're just going to choose the Calico. I mean, it doesn't matter which vehicle you choose in this screen because we're going to change it out. So once we're in the mission, we're actually going to head straight to our apartment. And I have an apartment. Well, I have this one right here. So it's sort of right down the street from my auto shop. Now, it's not going to show up on the minimap, but you can see the little blue dot is there. And I guess I should have said this maybe before. The only thing you have to do prior to even starting these missions is putting your best vehicles in this garage or whatever garage you choose. It has to be a property, like an apartment, I believe. I don't think your other properties will work. But look at this. We have our garage and we have two of the best vehicles to do missions in. The Oppressor Mark II and the Toreador. Now we're going to take the Toreador because, I don't know. It has unlimited rockets. On this particular mission, on the prison contract, I think the Oppressor Mark II might run out, which could get a little annoying. So we're just going to stick to this one. But if you were a newer player or something and you wanted to do these missions to get your money, you should have got one of those free armored Kurumas from last week. Just put that in your garage and then you can use that in this mission. Obviously, you're not going to have missiles, but you're probably not going to get shot when you're going through the prison. And yeah, look at that. We can just drive straight out, and now we have an actually good vehicle to do this mission. I guess this also maybe what might work with like the Deluxe or something that obviously you could fly. But certain other weaponized vehicles, like if you wanted to use them like the Vigilante or something like that, those actually will run out of rockets. I believe that one only has like 30. So that's why, I mean, like the Toreador is just like all around good. I mean, it does have these giant windows. Hopefully they don't shoot me. But if we get in any trouble, we can just sort of boost out of there. So yeah, we're going to head up to the penitentiary and we're going to complete the mission and see how much money we actually end up getting. Now, if you have these guys talking to you and you don't want to listen to them, all you need to do is actually go to your phone and just call someone. You can see I called the mechanic, and it does need to be someone that can pick up. So like the mechanic works, I think Lester works, and it shuts the other people up. I mean, I guess you could just mute the TV or your console or whatever. But if you didn't want to do that, just simply give the mechanic a call and it should shut them up, even though they are talking about the mission. Now, I will recommend to not be like me and make sure your bulletproof tires are up to date, because I am now on 3 rims. So hopefully that doesn't make this a lot harder than it will be. Probably will, but... And one of the things, I mean, look, you should know this by now if you've been playing this game at all for any point in time, but if you just want to lose the cops and you don't want to really actually try and lose them by just driving, just find the nearest train track and they just won't spawn on you and you'll eventually lose them. Again, if you don't want to listen to any of this conversation, just simply call your mechanic on your ride back to make it a lot more peaceful. And you have to make sure the mechanic menu is up throughout this entire drive. Otherwise, it will continue. Like, the conversation that you're trying to not listen to will continue. So we'll just drive back with the mechanic menu on our screen. And then there you go. Look at that. 315,000. We might have lost a little bit of money, I think, because we died. But if I had bulletproof tires, that wouldn't have been an issue. So that's kind of on me. And one thing you should definitely be doing in between these contracts is selling these cars that come into your auto shop. I mean, you can see I just went ahead and fixed it all up. We're going to confirm. And we're going to actually deliver it ourselves because they're super simple to do usually. Like, you can see this one, we have to drive, I mean, like, not far at all. So we're going to go quickly do this. And then here we go. Let this little cutscene play out. Lady's looking at me like I'm crazy. That looks like a great car. But you can see here when we do get the money. Now this one, we only got 105K. There are certain tiers to this, which is why we only got that amount. But we'll go ahead and do the other car I had in my auto shop. And then here we have another one. This guy seems a lot happier than the first one. But this one, you'll see, look at that. 142,000. For like literally what? 2 minutes of driving? Now there are different tiers to that. Like obviously the first one was I think like the middle tier. That's why we only got like 100K. This one was the higher tier. We got 140K. But if you add that to the contract work, look, in like an hour, I mean, you can make well over $1 million by doing 2 contracts and then, you know, however many cars you get to your shop. So hopefully these tips do help you guys this week. I know the Kyle Preco is still probably like the best. It's definitely something you can just do, especially if you've done it a million times. You probably know how to like efficiently run through it. But this week does make a great change of pace. If you're a little bored of that, you want to change something up, want to do something different. The contracts are kind of fun and they're definitely super easy if you get your own personal vehicles. Again, you can probably complete them if you're efficient enough with them in like 20 or so minutes. And getting 300 to 500K in 20 minutes, that stuff starts adding up. Because like I said, you do that, then you do one of these car deliveries, that'll give you an extra 100 to 150K. You do a couple more of the contracts, and then sure enough, in about an hour or so, you're making $1-ish million, if not over that. Which is about what you would probably make with the Kyle Preco. And these, you don't have to necessarily worry about being stealthy. You can kind of just go through them and mindlessly do them. And actually the final thing I'll mention, in case you even want to get more money for basically doing no work, is you can be on the lookout on your job list here for other people to invite you. Like obviously you probably want to be in a more public lobby than I am. I mean, 7 people, there's not going to be that many people inviting, but if you're like in a full lobby with 30 people, surely someone in there is looking for help to do their own contracts, and you can join their contracts. You can do the same stuff, go to your garage, get your car, run through them in like, you know, 5 to 10 minutes. And I think you get an extra couple of 100K for doing that as well. So definitely, I think be on the lookout for this job list. And actually, look, I'm just noticing we have an exotic car. These are also paying double. I think you get 40K for delivering those. So let me go over there real quick just to check. Sure enough, there we have the car. And this is another thing you can add to the list of things that make you money this week. All you have to do is find these if they show up on your map. And look, we just got to drive it literally just down here. I mean, like it's going to take us a minute, if that. And we'll get 40K for that. That just adds on to the amount of money. So that's why I say this week is a great way to make millions per hour. And it's something that's just, it's different than the Kyle Preco. It's a great change of pace. And it's super simple stuff. And it's driving fast cars. I think very rarely in this game do we have missions that you can just drive fast vehicles and actually make money. This is one of the few ways to do that. So it's something I would highly recommend if you are looking to stock up on some money before the summer update does come out. Because we don't know when, but we do know it's coming. And it's probably going to have some expensive stuff. So you definitely want to make sure you have some money when that does release. But of course, we're going to go over here to the little area, drive it into the giant old circle. And we should get 40K, I think, from this. And all of this does increase your reputation if that matters. But yeah, 40K, not a lot, but again, it takes like a minute to do. So why not do it? So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.